Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to go over troubleshooting a thermostat. This is one of your fancy programmable digital thermostats. Number one thing to make sure of. If in doubt, replace the batteries. 90% of any no air conditioning, no heating calls come from with these because the batteries have gone dead and people just don't know that thermostats can run off the batteries for the voltage to switch the little relays inside here. Concept of your thermostat, all this fancy thing is nothing but a bunch of switches to facilitate whatever function you have for heating or cooling or constant fan operation. It's important to note that you have your sub base, which if you saw in an earlier video, is this. This is part of the thermostat, but not the actual switching. Think of this as a terminal strip where to land wires to for wiring something up. Alright, if we look here, I know it's hard to tell and see, we're going to do the best I can. You have RH and RC. Red heat, red cool, that's your 24 volt power supply based off the system switch. If you go between the RC pin and let's say W1, you will always get on your digital meter an OL reading. OL means open line or open load, depending how you want to think about it. Those two switches, the RC and W, will never connect. RC is for cooling. So if you try to ohm it out and go, oh, I got a bad thermostat because RC and W, no, you have a perfectly normal reading because the cooling switch has nothing to do with the heating circuit. In order to tell if the relay on here is closed, you have to ohm out between RH and W to see if you get a reading there. If it's a closed switch, you'll get a 0 reading. Your meter will say something like 0.01 or 0.001 or 0.013 or something. You have resistance with your meter lead, so you'll have something there. Remember, we're dealing with low voltage here, 24 volts. So if you get, let's say a 10 ohm reading, your thermostat is bad because 24 volts will have a hard time overcoming the 10 ohms for proper system function, and you'll want to replace the thermostat. If you go between RC and your Y's, remember from the other video, Y is cooling, you should get under normal operation with a call for cooling, roughly 0 ohms. That's your cooling switch. If you try to go RC or RH and Y, you'll get OL as heating has nothing to do with the Y connection. Same with cooling has nothing to do with the W connection. You also have to make sure your temperature is set for the switch to close. Meaning if your room is 65 degrees in heating, you have to set it for at least 68, 70 degrees to ensure the switch is closed. Likewise, if it was for 75 degrees for cooling, you have to make sure you set the thermostat for like 70 degrees to ensure you have the switch closed to get the 0. So if you go between the RH and W with a call for heat and get OL, your thermostat is bad. If you go between RC and Y and get 0 or get OL with a call for cooling, your thermostat is bad. Now G, as we said before, is for your fan operation. RH to G will give you an OL reading, which is perfectly normal. Remember, your thermostat here controls the fan for air conditioning. So if you want to test for G to make sure that switch is closed, ensure your fan switch is not set to auto, but set it to on, and ohm out between RC and G to ensure, and that'll give you a 0 reading if it's good. If it says OL, it's bad. With this also being a 2-stage thermostat, you have to ensure second stage cooling or second stage heat is energized or you have a call for it before you can ohm anything out to determine if that was bad. Okay, so once again, with a call for heat, RH to W, 0 reading. OL, the thermostat is bad. RH, or not RH, RC to Y, with a call for cooling, you get a 0 reading, the thermostat is good. OL is bad. RC and G for fan, 0 is a good reading. OL is bad. So hopefully with that there's some little basics on the thermostat for you. Have a good day. Bye.